Nothing. There we go. Now we know that it's live. It's going to be the RFO show today. Brandon said the House watches their stuff. Proposing an amendment to the Constitution of the United States, providing that rights protected and extended by the Constitution are the rights of natural persons only. They're still persons. Natural persons, still artificial entities. Anyway, they go on to say this was in 2/12/25, latest action. I don't know if that's the latest action. It's 25/26. Here we go. Shown here, introduced in the House, 2/12/2025. This joint resolution proposes a constitutional amendment providing that the rights protected and extended by the Constitution are the rights of natural persons only. Artificial entities, such as corporations, shall have no rights under the Constitution and are subject to regulation. Natural persons, artificial entity, and corporation. The amendment requires federal, state, and local governments to regulate, limit, or prohibit election contribution expenditures, including candidates' own contribution, and have come with equally consistent with the process, regardless of economic status, by any permissible contributions and expenditure publicly disclosed. Judiciary is prohibited from spending of money to influence elections.
Everything. You have to have permission to do everything. You have to have permission to marry the love of your life. You have to have permission to travel down the road. When we have the inalienable right to travel from point A to point B, you people think you're free? You're not free. You're free-range chickens. That's what you are. You're free-range chickens held in an area you're not allowed to go past, and if not, you go to jail or you get shot. Stay on the plantation, do what you're supposed to do, pay your taxes, and shut up. Right?
In the late 1800s, they were talking about more land beyond Antarctica.
Remember, the word extraterrestrial means extra land. They're telling you that there's more land in here that they don't talk about.
There could be more land in some of the oceans where it's just all blue on the map. Nobody knows. You're not cruising around on big ships or flying over it on planes and looking, nobody's out there charting anything.
Have you heard of such a thing as no-fly zones? For instance, you can't fly in certain areas near the Arctic Circle or the Antarctic Circle. The reasons being is because there are lands there that we're not supposed to know about. They don't want those lands to be discovered.
All these corrupt systems that are stealing money from us, kidnapping our children, just doing horrible things, they rely upon the cattle staying on the ranch, the slaves on the plantation. That's why Flat Earth is the most important knowledge we can obtain, is because there is more land.
Don't look at us and say, go prove it. It won't allow us to go prove it. We're not the lazy ones here. We're being restricted from going to prove this to you. So because of that, of course we're going to speculate. It's a red flag. If that's not a red flag to you, I don't know what is. They won't allow us to go. Allow us to go. If we go and there's nothing there, I'll admit I'm wrong. But all signs point that they're hiding more land.
If there is more land, and I sincerely believe that there is, then that's the perfect reason to lie to everybody. It's not just about hiding a place for more resources and where else we can go and dig for gas and gold. It's not about that. They're hiding freedom. They know that as soon as we all find out that there's another place to go without dictatorship, that we'd be gone.
There's endless amounts of everything, and there's so much more land out there, and there's many places to explore, and they just want to keep.
You have to have permission to do everything. You
my civil rights. Right now. But you're violating my civil rights. Further accumulation of violating my civil rights. Right now. But you're violating my civil rights. He is doing this to cover up crime. Let the record show. Put your hand behind your back now. I am complying. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. Put your hands behind your back. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. This is First Amendment retaliation. Get off. I'll stand up. I have not been violent. Put your hands behind your back now. I have not been violent. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. I'm under protest. Put your hand. Hit your button now. Let me stand up. I'll peacefully stand up. Put your hand behind your back. You don't need this. You didn't get the grab from you around the throat. I didn't grab anybody. I didn't grab anybody. Now. You didn't break my arm. Let me home. You're humiliating me. I can't get down. Put your hand. I can't move. Now. Let me move. Lady Justice is gagged! Let me get up! You're gonna break my arm! Put it behind your back! You're gonna break my arm! Put it behind your back! You're gonna break... I just want to stand up! I'll get up! Give me your hand! Let me stand up peacefully! Sir, give me your hand now! Let me stand up peacefully! No! Give me your hand right now! I'll stand up peacefully. Hear me. You're not being peaceful. We are giving your hand. Release your hand. Release your hand. Okay, please don't do it extra.
You're either talking while muted again, stupid thing. Serious question. According to the people that contact us, the entire situation reportedly started over nothing more than words. Unfortunately, we do not have video how that incident began. Words. What we can see is what happened once the deputies tried to take the man into custody. But we got to do it. We got to pin it. You got to comply. You got to stop it. The footage shows 3 sheriff deputies struggling to arrest one elderly man. Now we are not police tactics experts, but personally having been thrown to the ground and wrongfully arrested by deputies in Tulsa County, I've seen how arrests are supposed to be handled when officers are trained and coordinated. What we see here looks different. 3 deputies combined. They probably weigh close to 1,000 pounds. Attempt to restrain one man, yet no one appears to control his legs, which is basic control during physical arrest. Instead, at one point, the deputy pulls out a baton and appears to use it to inflict pain in order to gain compliance. Here's a problem with that approach. When you cause someone intense pain during chaotic struggle, the human brain goes into fight or flight mode. A person can't run, what do you expect them to do? Sit calmly and accept the pain? Human beings don't work that way. We absolutely appreciate law enforcement keeping courthouses safe. Job matters. But based on what we're seeing here, based on what we've personally told us in other places, better training, better arrest tactics appear necessary. Nope, it's wrong. I'm gonna make something up, but it's wrong if it was for words. You don't assault somebody until they comply. You don't break his arm until he complies. It's not how this works.
I don't. Just let me help you. Don't leave a picture like that. I have to work to provide my baby. You're gonna break my arm. Moving. Can't breathe. Lay down. I need love peacefully. I'm gonna tell everyone to down. Please. Further accumulation of violating.
That's crazy.
Exhausting. I don't need games yelling. The world is already loud and exhausting.
Friday the 13th in March. Okay, hold on a second. Friday the 13th in March. The last Friday the 13th in March that we had was in 2020. And what did they do in 2020? We know we had mass hysteria, but they asked people to stay home, right? Are you aware that right now in Vietnam, Thailand, and Denmark, they're asking their citizens to stay home to save fuel? Is that strange? At first it's a recommendation, then it turns into something else. In 2 days, it's the Ides of March, which is the anniversary of Julius Caesar's assassination. Many people are wondering what's coming around the corner with World War III, the Strait of Hormuz, private credit issues, sleeper cells, BlackRock not letting investors get their money. People are wondering if energy lockdowns are around the corner, and the TSA is currently underfunded when there's talk of sleeper cells in the mainstream media. I don't know about you, but many people wonder if something strange is coming around the corner, and that vibe is definitely in the air. Okay, hold on a second.
Wow. Forgot this guy hit me up. I didn't know he was really about truth bombs. I thought he was like an investor show. One commercial I seen. And then he had my friend Flat Earth Dave, the homie. Been in my live many times on TikTok. Dave was. Um, hold on. Let's go here first. Got a YouTube URL. All right. I forgot about that. Which that people think he hit me up in the email and shit, and other people try to get me to try to go back on there, but I never been on there. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so it doesn't get stolen and hitched and sold. Oh, respiratory droplets. Huh. Watch this. This is where we're at, right? That's where everybody's claiming it is. HMPV. Human Yep. But a virus, we know, isn't transmissible from human to human, cell to cell, intercellularly, and extra, and outside the cell. And by definition, what they claim it is, it's never been isolated. So, something else going on here, folks. on. Tom Bennett. What was his name? Dr. Tom. Yeah, it was Tom Bennett. John Bennett is the one that is the political guy that I went to church with. That's been on TV and it's Capital, whatever. Politics. Nope, I left the dogs out. I'm gonna go let them back in. Be back. Oh, ain't no way, bro. PCR test guy claimed he invented it because of psychedelic experience, and then it was proven to be fake. So, anyway.
First, it's a collateral All right, come here, let me show you something. This is one of the documents in the library. It's a hold harmless indemnity agreement. Now, a lot of you might not know what that is. So, we go over here to the law dictionary. First, it's a collateral contract or assurance by which one person engages to secure another against any participated loss or to prevent him from being damnified by the legal consequence of an act or forbearance of the parties or of some third person, right? So basically, it's basically a releasal of liability, making it so that no action can be brought against you for handling the matter. But what you're really after is the exemption from prosecution to persons involved in offenses, omission of official duty. So what you would do is put yourself down as the executor, as the living man, and replace the all caps name with your all caps name. See, the debtor is the all caps. So when you sign here, right, you're going to put your autograph, okay? And then you're going to thumbprint that bitch, bloop, right? And then below that, you take it to the notary to get it officialized. Now, when you're dealing with a notary public, it's best to have the notary public file for you. So just have them send it into the county and into the court if you have to go into a court matter. All right, come here, let me show you.
Surely I can't be the only one who thinks it's a bit strange that at the same time that the talk of the town right now is Iranian sleeper cells in the United States, and Trump warning about this threat of them, also Ted Cruz warning about the threat of them, and at the same time, the government shutdown has TSA agents missing their second paycheck now, so airport security is understaffed. You can read all about the massive wait times right now because of lack of TSA agents. I just feel like it's not the best time to not have airport security be at its peak. Or at least that's how it will be framed. I'm just wondering. Surely I can't be the only one who thinks it's a bit strange that at the same
arrested for what I'm about to say, but fuck it, no one else will say it, so I will. My name is Hunter Howell, and it is time to abolish our government. And before I'm arrested for saying that, I need to give a source. My source, the Declaration of Independence. Word for word, here's what it says. In the Declaration of Independence, when a government becomes destructive to the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, it is the right and duty of the people to alter or abolish it. Real quick, before the FBI comes breaking down my door for this video, Purple Populist Show, I'm gonna probably need a good lawyer because I'm gonna start turning up the heat as I promised I would this year, and specifically tell us it's time to abolish our government. So $5 a month, link is in my bio. You better fucking click it now. Link in bio or comment link or comment show. It's $5 a month. Subscribe now. I'm going to give 3 very clear and concise examples of how our government has become destructive to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life. Bombing Iranian civilians. That's pretty destructive to the right of life. Liberty. Gen Z is no longer able to buy homes or find jobs. My generation. Can't even imagine how hard it'll be for the younger generations than myself. In pursuit of happiness, no justice for the survivors of sex trafficking, the Epstein survivors, the heroes that endured all of that from the abusive predators. In fact, not only is there no justice for them, there was concealing and protection for the predators. So damn it, that's my source. Declaration of Independence says that it's up to us, the people, to abolish our government. And I'm not going to sit around much longer, and you should neither. It's time for us to do something. Sending you my love. I'll probably get arrested for what I'm about to say, but fuck it, no one else will say
Yep, these comments are gold. There's always some troll. They made fake flat earth groups and pages. And they come out like, oh yeah, y'all guys were idiots. You almost had me or whatever. No, you were fake the whole time. Or you really know it's flat, but socially they rejected you and you couldn't handle the social rejection. I've been doing this for 5 years. That's usually the number two. That's usually the two most common, 90% of the time, why you get these occasional flippers. They were fake the whole time. They were agents. They were paid. They were controlled ops. Or just socially, they tried to come out publicly at the home, online, or their parents found out. Their friends, their wife said, "Oh no, what's wrong with you?" Hmm. Nigga, this one is projection. LOL. Y'all, the ones don't believe it's truly round. Dude, a day or two ago commented on some saying when you look at facts and measurements, it's but y'all, what? That's saying shit here he's saying, but can't so you swap and project on we have model measurements literature geometry plan rig 50K plus FE gov military docs. Why use non-Narnia reality of the globe is Narnia? Oh well, looks flat. It is. It's measured flat. Is. Get over it. Ego thing where you have to make up this false reality about this being delusional. Meanwhile, other biggest fears y'all fucked us on for decades. They admitted and gov spirit bragging about it. So you still have to say brag right now as of this month. Think that's not real? Also, question mark. Jeez, we need to save this place. No birds, bees, dying. Still not real. We banning stuff. We banning imaginary toxins and poisons. Oh my god, this computer. Statewide. Quit. ROFL. Just burn everything at this point. I hate that shit. That's what they're doing. They're gaslighting themselves. Am I muted? And if they post it in the comments, they think, oh yeah, other people will, who are trying to gaslight themselves will agree, and it'll make them feel better once they get agreement by the group, by the social group. When they're the ones that's not doing the change. We all believe the same globe lie that you guys fucking did your entire life. You know, we know all the science because I studied all the science. You won't study even the globe science. You're just rejecting flat Earth. So you can't prove it because you won't even look into it to prove your own model or to even come up with a model. But meanwhile, we have terrariums and anti-Cathera mechanism. For real, for real. Anti-Cathera here. Shit. How the fuck is there underworld or upside down? I don't care. That's how I feel. Y'all guys want to be all, oh, flat earthers, protect. You're literally describing yourself. They can't just move on. Oh, hold on. Oh, and to prove y'all projecting, we did move on to Israel and Epstein. Y'all stuck on FE. Chirping in comments more than us now. And we majority worldwide. LOL. What happened to y'all calling us and Jewish PDF files that brag about it now after release? LMAO. Gotta get that bar off too. Understand y'all obsessed but hate. What top scientist said we ignore it for social purposes only or whatever? That's the direct quote. You got to find it. Even the top scientists like Krauss, Edwin Hubble, Fred Doyle, the guy in the Will Hawkins, they were all people that said flat Earth couldn't be debunked. We just ignore it. Well, philosophical purposes, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. So we're grooming kids. Grooming, grooming kids. LOL. People y'all worship that made the globe up admitted to eating kids, feeding it to us in McDonald's. Validated. LOL. But let's attack the ignorant, obsessive projection. When grooming kids, all because Nathan Thompson was out here at parks, outside schools during events and whatnot, screaming at parents and kids that they're lying at school. We should all be screaming, maybe not the way he did it, but isn't that the goal? Isn't the whole problem the school indoctrinated us? Our parents just, we have to like get outside of the internet and make this fucking known. And he tried to do that, and now he's stuck back inside, just screaming. No, fuck no. That was controlled ops trying to make it look bad so we would stop going out and actually inciting movement. Whenever you incite movement, you start getting Michael Jackson. So I don't think he was grooming kids. It looked bad, but fuck you. We're supposed to, it may look bad, but Michael Jackson too, letting them live in his house in his bedroom, which was 30 stories tall, with like 50 beds in it, or what the fuck ever, right? It's like 10 stories tall, and there's like all these beds there. What do you mean? And I'm sure he wanted an open bedroom like that because he was all like, we ain't doing no weird shit. If I do want to do some weird shit, I got my own house for that, right? Or some other shit. But no, I think he wanted something where he knew people wouldn't rape somebody right there in his house and get away with it. Now that we know Michael Jackson actually was inciting crowds to move and stand with him, oh, how many people? From the guy that in Europe, the WikiLeaks, Assange, all the others, even the guy today, Rashad Jamal. I just think Nathan Thompson was too big, and maybe he is controlled ops. I don't know. I can't say, right? But I can say that that was taken out of context by the Globers, and people react really quick. Sorry, we're supposed to reach the youth. If we're not reaching them that young, we won't reach them. We might. I mean, we've had to wake up. We weren't had nobody reaching up. Actually, we did. We were waking up since middle school. A lot of us. We got the others because it's obvious now. But if we're not normalizing the new life from a young age, they're going to revert back to the old ways, and we're just going to reset and go back to how it's even worse than what we are now. So they got one guy out here, and we're all grooming kids. Meanwhile, it's literally all controlled ops. People get caught as pedophiles. Jake Lang is being controlled op. Fake Christian Jake Lang is being investigated for PDF-like behavior fluently in the Jewish community. So it's like we get accused of being pedophiles for not being friends with actual pedophiles, and it's the worst. It's the most delusional thing ever. I don't know. I'm not even done. What else? There's tons of them. 200 comments. Yep. I can go all day. Let's just do that real quick. The Earth is flat. We got the camera. Don't matter. So flat Earth, geocentric Earth, it's obvious. If you look at everything from the Arctic Circle having a smaller circumference, a larger circumference at the Antarctic, Arctic, Antarctic, the opposite. It can't be two same things and be an opposite. It has to be something different. I mean, or whatever. The sphere historically was a celestial sphere, but if you go to the center, smaller circumference, no one's ever been to the actual top. Everybody thinks, oh, North Pole, you go to the center and you can dance around and do whatever. We imagine what it's like based on the cartoon globe and people telling you they fly around the center at all times. No, they can't go past the dew line or whatever, according to Canada. You got the dew line, and these are lines, and it's pointing to the north. It's like you got the line out in the south, Antarctica. So Antarctica, everybody goes to Deception Island and to that peninsula nearby, right at the tip of South America, which is where I told y'all they was going before it even fucking started. If you go back, I don't know, archive or whatever, well, on TikTok, I was saying it over and over again. They're going to a place called Deception Island, and you're believing it. But I do think they could be melting Antarctica with this artificial sun or something. But no, look. So then you get to Antarctica, and you're like, well, what's the proof? Well, everywhere, planes flying across the world. If you look at the long time lapses from the big planes, the big passenger jets of flat Earth pilots that do it honestly, unedited but time lapsed, you can see that they're constantly making adjustments to follow the sun going around. So if they're going west to east, they're constantly making a left turn, which Google says they have to go back to the north to get back on course, which is also what they say out in the south. So if you ask Google, AI, or any ChatGPT, whatever, or look up the official claim, like, wait a minute, are they just going straight out, or do they curve back? I heard they curve back to the north a little bit. Like, look, it's all violates the globe, the plane surveying and all that. You see me type, all that's there. The 50,000 documents validating it or claiming flat versus globe, or we use the flat on everything. These are for everything. But does Antarctica boat race turn north over time to get back on course? At the same parallel, there is no going north. See, because they're not in Antarctica actually, but one of the threads said, can you explain this and how it doesn't violate code if on parallel? Sounds like you're referring to the round the world yacht race that passes the Southern Ocean near Antarctica. The Volvo Ocean Race, the Blindy Globe, let's see. However you say it, the Blindy. Some people notice people sometimes notice that the boats sail slightly north at times, even though they are following roughly the same latitude. And that can be confusing. Here's what's actually going on and why it doesn't contradict. Oh my God. It does. See, here's the gaslight. That's what these globies do. It does. You're ignoring it. You're dismissing it. But it does. Even if the race route is near a certain parallel, 70 degrees south. Most not sail straight east to west line because wind direction. Oh, wind direction? What? Okay, but they're not on same parallel. If they turn north, it's off course and need to go south again. Yes, but all of them going. I don't want to read the rest of it. I already know where it's going. So I didn't even read this. Straight line, but doesn't go north. Oh well. Come on, stop playing around. No. Doing matches Gleason map. Wind nothing to do with it. GPS assumes flat plane and manual talks to. LOL. What? Thanks for trying ChatGPT. Yeah. It logged me out, my nigga. How it actually works. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. It's not as long. Don't care. Gotta go.